candy, it has a lot of intricate details,
Okay.
right? To make it more lifelike. So it was important that if I made it with all these intricate details, I also had a product that had a great taste. So I spent several weeks in perfecting the flavor of each one to ensure that it was very a product that people would enjoy to consume.
Oh, okay. Okay. So I got to ask you, like, when customers and when people come and patronize your business, what is the most product? Which product is the one that gets sold out the most? The one that people go to get to the most? Is it the OMG penis? You know, because I don't know too many people that would go for the average Joe. I'm just saying. I don't know too many people.
Well, actually, it depends on the event. So I do a lot of events all up and down the East Coast. I do a lot of beer festivals.
Okay.
I do a lot of women expos. I do some adult entertainment conventions. I also do a lot of pride conventions. So it really varies based upon the event. And then also is looking at the price point because the prices, if you look at it, so the prices are 10, 15, 20, and 30. All right. So,
Okay.
basically, the more candy you get, the more expensive it is. And because of that price point, typically people go in between the 10 and 15, the 6 inch and 7 inch, average Joe, and OMG, those particular items, mainly because of the price range. But I do have some people who, they say, hey, I'm going big or go home, right? And they get the larger size.
Or go home, yeah. Go hard or go home, right?
Right. Go big or go home. So yeah.
Okay, okay. There you go. There you go. It's the website at the bottom there, mypracticecandy.com, to go ahead and order one right now or order some. You know, it is the holiday season, a stocking stuffer. May be too big, depending on what item, what product you get. It may be a little bit too big to put in your stocking during the holiday season.
Well, you
There
can
you go,
order
man.
online. I ship anywhere in the U.S. And a lot of people not only order them for, you say like the Christmas holiday, they order them
Uh-huh.
for birthday parties, gag gift for a friend. I get a lot of orders for bachelorette parties, things like that.
Okay. Nice, nice. Once again, Anthony Moore of Herbal Erect and My Practice Candy. In the climate that we in right now, where you can get sex easier now than ever before, in my opinion, right? You know, everything's accessible right now, from porn to pretty much just everything. You know, have you seen an an increase of people calling you and coming to your business and say, hey, you know, I want this because I just came out of a relationship, or I've been, you know, in the single market. I've been single for quite some time, and I keep feeling that urge, you know. I mean, with today's climate right now of dating and everything, have you seen an uptick in the amount of people coming over to your business, either acquiring or wanting to partake in your items slash products?
Okay, that's a great question. What I've seen is that now there's people that they're more sexual as far as sexual expression. They're more a
Mhm.
little bit more freer. A lot of the things that were taboo back in the day, a lot of the things that people would or would not do, they were a little bit more mainstream. A lot of things are
Yeah.
more acceptable.
Mm.
They are more, as far as there's more gay couples, in our society that that's a lot more acceptable than say 10 years ago. A lot more interracial couples, a lot more things as far as acceptance, as far as a woman being more more aggressive as far as asking a guy out, versus in the past that wouldn't happen. So it's funny because when I'm at my booth, I end up a lot of times outside of selling the candy,
Yeah.
being like a counselor. People will come up and they will ask me questions because it's like they just open up and then they ask me questions either whether I'm selling Herbal Erect or My Practice Candy. And so I get a lot of input and different things that are basically shared with me about what they're going through just because of the nature of the product.
Absolutely, absolutely. Once again, we got Anthony Moore of Herbal Erect and My Practice Candy. You can go to the website right now, which is mypracticecandy.com. And while you're there, while you're listening to us and watching us, make sure you support us, Cash App us, $Reach One Communications to support the content. If you enjoy watching this type of content, we have JJ. JJ, he is making a comment here. He says, "Wow." I don't know. I don't know what that meant. I don't know what that means. Are you going to support the business when you say wow? Or I don't know what that means because, you know, because I mean, this is something that we don't really, we're not too knowledgeable about, you know what I mean? Aware about. I mean, of course, we've heard that there are commercials and other services for male enhancement, right? And then you also have sex shops. Like, look, I'm in Atlanta. There's plenty of sex shops all over the area, right? So what makes your business different from all those different services?
Okay, so that's another great question. So one, the thing that makes me a little different as far as, for example, with my candy, one, there's no, and I've done a lot of research, but there's only one or two other companies that manufacture penis candy, and they're all in China. Okay, so as far as on a medium to large scale, I'm actually the only manufacturer in North America. And I've done some research because this is an organization called the National Confectioners Association. Confectioners mean makes candy, right? National Confectioners Association, they keep track of all the licensed confectioners in North America. And they told me that, you know, I'm the only one that makes that particular, candy. So it's a real narrow and real niche market. And it takes a skill. It took a lot of time and money and learning because there was, I had to figure it out. So, as an entrepreneur, I feel good about the fact that, I was able to figure out because, there's a lot of people that, want to start their business, but, how do you differentiate yourself from someone else, right? And so by being, having this product, which is very unique, then that makes me a more of I have less competition, right? Now, I've only been doing the candy for a year. I haven't looked and gone to sex stores at right now because a lot of companies that have those kinds of products, they need a storefront, a sex store to sell their product because it's hard for them to sell it themselves. I don't have that problem because, as you saw when we were there at the Sweet Auburn Fest, I have my booth and I get customers all the time. And, and that was at that event. But, when I do other events, such as like the gay pride events or beer festivals, I have a line of people buying the product. So I don't have a need for, a starship or anything like that at this time.
Yeah. Well, I'm loving it, man. I'm loving it. And this is great. It's not only great for single people, but it's also great, something to spice up the love life, the sex life for couples, married couples that are in serious relationship, and not just only couples, right? But also people that are in that poly life, poly relationship, people, people that just want to spice up their sex life, give it a little flavor to it, literally flavor.
Correct. And I'm telling you an interesting story. So when I first started, I was about a month into the business, and I had a female friend of mine. She was going to a bachelorette party in Vegas. There was about 12 girls, and they was, trying to figure out what they were going to do while they were there for that weekend. And I told her that, I started making this candy. She said, great, I want to order, 12 different sizes, different flavors. So, got the order, got it to her. Then her and her girlfriends, that whole weekend, they just walked around Vegas, enjoying and consuming the candy. She's like, they got hit on so much. Every girl, whether you tall, short, no matter what, you got hit on. Why? Because it's an easy conversational piece, right?
Yeah.
So for example, envision this. You're all on the elevator. We're with a couple guys. They're enjoying the candy. They just looking at the guy at the corner of their eye. The guy's like, wow, like you know what you're doing. He's like, what's your number? What's your number? Easy conversational piece, right? So the girls are actually dating the guy now, which was a year ago. So it's just an easy conversational piece. It's a lot of fun, and it's just something that is different, and it allows for a female or a male, but a female in that particular case to basically do flirt without flirting, right? Because there's this whole stigma about, well, if I'm a woman, a man has to come up to me, right? I don't think that makes any sense now in today's society, but that's typically the stigma, right? But in this case, they didn't have to do anything, because as they were enjoying the candy, the guy saw them, and it was an automatic magnet. And so everyone got hit on that whole weekend, and they said they have so much fun. They can't wait for somebody else to get married so they can buy the candy again for another party. So those kinds of stories, those kind of things make me happy about me being able to provide a product and service for them.
Oh man, a story for the ages right there. Anthony Moore of My Practice Candy and Herbal Erect right here on Soul Dates Live with Sean Garvey. We got the daters in the green room. We're going to get into the game show in just a few moments. This is the pregame, the game before the game right here on Soul Dates Live, as we talking about My Practice Candy. Keeping it sexy, keeping it grown and sexy out here during cuffing season. Cuffing season, emphasis on cuffing season. So, if you don't have anybody to cuff on, you may have to cuff on some My Practice Candy for a minute until you can find that person that you can share that experience with. You want to take 2 more questions? We got 1 question, Anthony, from our viewers. You want to take 1 or 2 more questions?
Sure.
Okay, so we got a question from Kelly, and she asks, any plans to add cream fillings to the product? Great product.
Well, actually, no, because here's the thing. Anytime that you add something like that, like a filling on the inside, what happens, it basically ends up decreasing the shelf life. Okay, because once you have something that is a hard candy outside, and then if you have something gooey inside, the thing that's basically gooey or soft, that's going to end up expiring before the hard candy, right?
Yeah,
so that shortens your shelf life. So if you just have just a hard candy, then the shelf life is actually a year. But if you add a substance inside, now not only is going to shorten the shelf life, but then you got to go through a whole nother certification, because food is an extremely regulated product, right? And so, I have to go through the Georgia Department of Agriculture, get a license, and they, do inspections. So any type of food like that, or any changes of food, is highly regulated. So, I'll be reluctant to do that for those 2 reasons, as well as, at this point, my focus is just trying to grow what I currently have. And then, maybe expand in other aspects. But the main thing to me as an entrepreneur, you got to stay laser focused and real narrow. Because if you get too wide, then you have a whole bunch of inventory and a whole bunch of products that you may not sell, and then you're not making any money.
Yeah, I was going to just jump right into the safety concerns as we continue on with this conversation. But I remember once upon a time, I went out and got like a 6-foot penis, right, for my girl at the time, and all I had to do was just go to the grocery store, put some whipped cream on the tip, and then that was a wrap. So I thought that was a very pleasurable experience right there. Yeah. That's right. I said it, y'all. I said it. There goes my sexual escapade stories right there. Thank you so much, Kelly, for asking that question. So to the safety concerns, of course, because we want people that are interested in buying your product, we want to make sure that they practice not only safe sex, right, but also when it comes to what they are putting inside their bodies, right? So what safety measures do people need to keep in mind when they are using your products?
Okay, so the product is mainly designed for oral consumption, right? Now, it is safe enough to be able to consume, vaginally or anally, right? But it's mainly designed for oral consumption. It's a lollipop. It's a hard candy lollipop. Now, because it is a lollipop, and on the back, it has all of the ingredients listed. So whether you're consuming it orally, vaginally, or anally, you basically just need to read the ingredients and just ensure that you wouldn't have any allergic reactions to any ingredients. And then after you basically done that, then you can consume the product, however you choose.
Gotcha. And I can only speculate that a product like Herbal Erect is FDA approved, right?
Correct.
Okay.
So how it works is the FDA stands for Food and Drug Administration. Okay. So because our product is an herb, it falls upon the food category. And there's certain things that you have to adhere to called the Good Manufacturing Practice Standard. And what that relates to is basically all the labeling, warnings, all the ingredients have to be listed. You have to put all the disclaimers. You have to basically go and explain on your website. If you're a legitimate company, explain your website, how you did your clinical trials, the time frame, what that involved. All right. And so then once you provide all of that information based upon that manufacturing practice standard, then you met the criteria specified by the Food and Drug Administration. If it's a drug, it's different because their criteria is that you have to get the approval first. But with the food, it's just like with a steak, right? If I'm going to manufacture the steak or chicken, you have to have all that information, because the most important thing out of everything I mentioned is the expiration date, right? Because if something happens during the manufacturing process, they can do a recall. Right. And that's what happens a lot with chicken and, fish and things like that over the years, lettuce, things like that they've had to do recalls on the food.
Okay.
So that's one of the most important things.
Absolutely. So make sure you all take that to heed, ladies and gentlemen. MyPracticeCandy.com is the website. Go there right now and purchase your Christmas gift, or somebody that you love, or somebody that you want to love on during this cuffing season. Go to the website right now, mypracticecandy.com. You got any special promotions?
We do.
Okay, let's do it.
With Herbal Erect, we're allowing all of our new customers to go on our website. You can get one free sample of the regular strength version. We ship anywhere in the U.S. All right, and because we're that confident in our product.
Okay.
But once you try it, you see how it basically enhances your sexual experience, takes that whole experience to a whole nother level. You'll be a long-term customer.
Long-term. You're using a lot of keywords this evening.
When I say long, I mean time frame. Our product is not designed to increase the length of girth. It's basically designed for performance. However, we've had customers say that, hey, they've had an increase, which is mainly because of the blood flow, because the whole concept of an erection is blood flow, right? Because it's not a bone, it's just blood flow. And the more blood that you can go to flow in the area, then you can increase those chances of an enlargement. But we don't basically, subscribe or say that that's part of our product, that is that enhancement that, you take it and your penis will grow 6 inches, but it's mainly the enhancement, that experience, right? That's what our product is mainly designed for.
Okay. For those that don't know, I'm doing some behind the scenes sound effects, and I'm playing a woman moaning in the background, by the way, too, So I'm loving it. Let's see if we can bring on Teresa. Teresa, turn your camera on. We got the host of the evening on Soul Dates Live, the lovely Teresa, ladies and gentlemen. She is on Soul Dates Live once again, ladies and gentlemen. And Teresa, let's make sure we give you the proper applause there.
Oh, thank you for the welcome.
Yes. We got the man behind MyPracticeCandy.com. What are your thoughts so far on this this business that Anthony Moore got going on?
It definitely sounds like something that I wouldn't complain if I see someone trying to bring it in and incorporate it into their life. I'm open-minded and I want to see exactly the results that you're speaking of. So let's go. Whoever's using it, I want to hear more about it. I want to hear these success stories. Let's put it out there.
Yeah, man. And I think it's very important too, Anthony and Teresa, that we all got to be more and more open-minded, right? Because if you do the same thing over and over and over again every year or every month with your significant other, with your partner or what have you, it's just going to get boring. It's just going to get boring after a while.
Definitely. I agree.
Yeah. So before we go to our daters, and we got the game show coming up in just a few moments, we got some more comments here. Once again, Kelly says, thanks, good to know. I wanted some to chew on too.
There you go. Bring it in, Kelly.
Bring it in. All right. And
also, I'll just let me add to that. It's important to know that it is a hard candy lollipop. It's designed to lick it or suck it, not to chew it.
Oh. That doesn't sound like something I haven't heard before, so I'm pretty sure.
It would actually be hard to chew a lollipop.
All right.
So you gotta lick it
or you suck it.
Lick it or suck it. I'm actually both. I'm both a licker and a sucker.
There you go. I want to see which one works better.
Also, Ashley says, yay. All right. Okay, well, thank you so much. Keep those comments going, ladies and gentlemen. Once again, I'm going to pull up the website here for you to go online and order right now, mypracticecandy.com. And Anthony Moore, as we get ready to go into the game show, any advice you want to give to our daters this evening? We got the soon-to-be the man of the hour, Benny, in the green room, and he's looking forward to meeting his bachelorettes in just a few moments. Any advice you want to give to our daters this evening? You are a married man. Let's make that clear.
Yes.
And you know how the dating scene is nowadays, and people getting married, and then next week they get in a divorce. You know, it's a struggle out here at times. Well, what advice can you give to our daters this evening?
Well, a couple things. That one, you know, whoever you end up basically, you know, start dating, you got to understand that, you know, that you got to be willing to accept all the positives and the negatives of that person. There's a lot of things that you may have to tolerate that you may not want to tolerate, but that's part of a relationship. And you really want someone that is that's going to be your friend, right? Because, you know, sex is great, but after a while that starts to fade, right? And, you know, the most important thing that I've learned in my marriage and people that I know that have stayed married for, you know, 16, 17 years like myself is that, you know, my wife is more than my wife. She's my friend. She's my confidant, right? So whether we are, you know, having sex every night or not having sex at all, I'm still happy because that's my friend. Someone I get along with, someone I truly care about versus someone that, well, you know, I got to be with her. That's my wife, you know, but just as friends, I enjoy the relationship. So that's one. Two, you have to understand that the number one and two reasons for a divorce is finance and intimacy, sex, right? So what happens is people get together, right? And they don't manage their money right. So then they end up fighting over finances. That's one. Two, the second thing is that intimacy part, right? Which is more than just sex, just spending time together. My wife, as long as I just block out some time for her and just listen to her and just, you know, not turn off the game, put down my phone. Like we have a rule. If we go out to eat, no phone. We're not texting our friends or family. We are there and we're bonding. We're talking. We're communicating. So she's telling me, and there's stuff that she tells me, you know, Lisa did this on the job, and half of me is like, I really don't care. But the other half, I was like, you know what? If my wife cares enough about me to tell me, let me listen.
Yeah.
So anything she has to tell me, I'm receptive. And the more receptive you are, the more she's going to tell you, and the more she's going to love you.
That deserves a round of applause right there. That deserves a round of applause right there. There we go. That's that good old knowledge. That's that good old knowledge that you should have gotten from your parents there. All right. Anthony Moore of, I'm about to say Lickety Split, but my practice candy right there. I'm probably gonna, you know, definitely not probably, but I'm gonna definitely come out and support your business. Teresa, before we go to our daters, which one would you, and this is just a question. This is a question from our audience member. Would Teresa get the Lickety Split, Average Joe, the OMG, and what is the last one?
Mandingo.
Mandingo. What would be Teresa's pick? Inquiring minds want to know.
Personally, I would think that I want surprise and I want to be amazed. I want to be tired out as though I just came from a roller coaster ride. So I'm looking for the OMG.
Yeah. Oh, there we go. There we go. The OMG right there. Yeah. Can we get a close up? Anthony, on the product there? Can we get a close up on that?
Sure,
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Wow. All right.
Yeah.
The OMG is in the middle. Okay.
I love it. Okay. Perfect for bachelorette parties. Oh, I should be bringing that. I have ideas already.
Right.
All right.
A lot of people order them for bachelorette parties and things like that. And one other fun thing with the lickety split, the vagina and the vagina, it has a butt, right? An ass. Okay. I had this one guy, a couple I met about it at a beer festival, and then I saw them again later on at another beer festival, and she came up and she gave me a hug, and I was like, "What this girl thank you for?" And she was like, "It actually helped him with his oral skills, vagina wise."
How about that?
Yeah.
Wow.
Because not, unfortunately, not all men understand their best approach and technique, and they think they know. And if there's a woman not telling them, then they just assume that they are, they give, they have good oral skills, oral sex with the woman. But sometimes they do, and sometimes they don't. And a lot of times, women, they don't want to hurt your feelings. They don't say anything. It's the same thing with the male enhancement, right? I get that all the time. I get women who order it for their, their partners, and they say, "How can I get him to take it?" Because I don't think he's gonna take it, but he really needs to take it because his game ain't as good as it used to be, right? So I get a lot of those kind of like like I'm a bartender, those kind of stories that come at me sexually all the time. So very interesting and fun, field that I'm in.
Okay, nice. Beautiful flavored. Favorite, I'm sorry, I'm saying flavor. Beautifully favored. Ashley Monique says, "That's right, Anthony. Preach on the knowledge that you spit a few minutes ago about making the relationship and marriage work." And Kelly says, "Mandingo." So her preference is the Mandingo.
We already know that's gonna get sold out. We already know.
There you go. Well, there you go, Kelly. The Mandingo. You see how he's twisting it. You saw how he twisting and turning it. So, and that's the vagina, right? The vagina.
It's the lickety split.
Lickety split. Okay. All right. She may have to get both. Not one, but two.
And I don't know if you can tell, but it has the Audi, which is basically the clit. And the reason why that's pronounced is so that the person, when they're practicing on the candy, it can be emphasized and they can learn more about how to utilize their tongue and their mouth on that area.
Gotcha. Nice. Well, we're getting a lot of great sexual education, Teresa, this evening from Anthony Moore of mypracticecandy.com. That is the website, mypracticecandy.com. Y'all give it up for Anthony Moore, and he's probably going to come back on the Soul Days Live show in the near future. So thank you so much. Any additional information that you want to give out to our listeners before we put you back in the green room? And of course, remind people about the promotion that you got going on with Herbal Erect.
Yeah.
Now, just again, just go to our website, herbalerect.com, or go to my website, my other website, mypracticecandy.com. Like you order it for a friend or a family member. It's a lot of fun. And, I've gotten a lot of people that have told me, the either or product, has actually, enhanced their sexual experience. And that's what it's all about. It's all about fun, because sex is supposed to be enjoyed. Right?
Yes.
It's supposed to be enjoyed. And it's very frustrating. I know, especially for women who you meet a guy, they really like a guy, but he doesn't understand how to please them, right? And so one of the things that I'm hoping with the male enhancement product or the My Practice Candy product is that it can help that relationship grow sexually. Because like I said, number 1, 2 reasons for divorce is intimacy and sex. So
that part
help in that area, because we got to keep more couples and families together.
Absolutely. You know, you can be broke, but you can still put that thing down. But thank you so much, Anthony Moore. He's going to hang out with us and watch the dating game show that's getting ready to come up next with our host, Teresa, all the way from Florida, ladies and gentlemen. We got the Bachelor in the building. We're going to bring him up in just a few moments, and I'm looking forward to tonight's Soul Days Live, Teresa. I cannot wait. We got the Bachelorettes.
Let's do it. Oh, I saw the lineup today and they look totally hot. I can't wait. I hope Benny can handle it over there. I think it's pretty cold over in Cali where he's at. I hope he has his little his Florida weather. For me, Florida weather. He has to be hot over here. So welcome all of my hopeful daters to Soul Dates Live. I am your host, Teresa. You can find me at TEEZEE Universe or TEEZEE Fit on TikTok. Right.
All right. Before we get into the game show, Teresa, let's take a quick break. I want to make sure that all of our daters in the room, Kelly, if you are still watching us, you might want to come on and be the third dater.
Yeah.
You might want to be the third dater. We put out the flyer, Teresa. We put out the flyer, Teresa, on social media, and she already saying that this guy is yummy. Just like she said about My Practice Candy. He looks yummy too. All right. We're going to bring him on. Yeah, we're going to bring him on in just a few moments. We're going to take this brief break, and then we're going to get into the game show right here on Soul Days Live, hosted by the one, the talented, beautiful Teresa. We will be right back after these messages.
Prescription drug pricing points to corporate
Freedom of the press is about your right to know. It's about your right to be informed. Today, there are real threats to press freedom and your right to know about the world around us. We must protect our right to know, no matter what kind of news is important to you. Before it's too late, understand the threats. ProtectPressFreedom.org.
I'm Ben Affleck, and I want to thank you for joining me and supporting Paralyzed Veterans of America.
I joined the Navy to serve my country as a Navy SEAL. While parachuting with my platoon, my parachute didn't open. And I broke my neck. It left me paralyzed. Paralyzed Veterans of America was by my side from that moment on.
Since 1946, Paralyzed Veterans of America has kept a promise to our wounded veterans. We will never leave a fallen comrade behind.
Thanks to PVA, paralyzed veterans are getting specialized medical care and treatments, the benefits they've earned, the jobs they want, and the accessible vehicles and homes they need.
I just don't think my family would be as happy as they are without the support that I received from Paralyzed Veterans of America.
Our veterans fought for us. Let's fight for them.
To learn more, go to pva.org today.
All right, welcome back to Soul Dates Live. As you can see, I took my camera off. I had to get myself undressed after having that that pregame show. But I'm gonna leave it over to you, Teresa. Teresa, tonight's host, ladies and gentlemen, right here on Soul Dates Live. We're broadcasting live. That was the pregame show. Let me make sure. I'm doing my production side right here. I'm doing my producer side, so I want to make sure I bring Teresa in with the background music. Make sure you follow us at BEATBREAKRADIO on Twitter. Well, not yet on Twitter, on Instagram. BEATBREAKRADIO, Instagram, and Facebook. We're broadcasting live on multiple streaming platforms. All right, so take it away, Teresa. Now here is your host, Teresa. Ladies and gentlemen, y'all give it up for Teresa, our host for the evening.
So once again, hola and welcome, my hopeful daters to Soul Dates Live. I'm your host, Teresa. From Instagram, you can find me on TEEZEE Universe. On TikTok, it's TEEZEE Fit. And this is the dating game show where the music lovers meet to connect with their potential life soulmate. All right, so during the show, please subscribe to our YouTube channel, Beat Break Radio, and support the program by going to the Cash App $ Reach One Communications or Patreon/Reach One Communications. Soul Dates Live is represented by LS Services. And for all legal questions to learn more on how you can make residual income, go to the link below or in the comment section on the YouTube page, Beat Break Radio. So let's welcome our daters for the evening. We have a returning guest, Mr. Vinny, looking handsome as always, sir. How are you doing over here?
So far, so good. Just enjoying the view from over here.
Oh, it's New York over there. Is it cold?
Philadelphia is colder than. We got a little bit of rain, a little bit of flooding, but that's not going to stop me from having a good time.
Exactly. It's not stopping any of us from anything, right? All right. So tell me, what brings you back on the show, huh?
Curiosity. I'm curious about the ladies out there that are interested in meeting a guy like me, see what they have bring to the table, and figure to spend a Sunday evening trying something new.
There you go. I mean, I'm definitely having fun on this kind of a Sunday evening, right?
Right.
Okay, so now that we've welcomed Mr. Vinny, we're going to go on to our 3 lovely contestants that's going to be competing for this man's heart. All right, so we're going to start with Miss Takara. Takara, please step right on up my left. I'm going to wait on the producer in the back. Give us some time.
All right, you said Takara?
Yes. We have Miss Takara, or we have Miss Kristen.
Let's bring up Christy. Let's bring up Christy.
Miss Christy. Okay, so Miss Christy is also known as Kiara Chiquito. Kiara Chiquito, correct?
Yeah, she got it right. Yay!
I love that. Okay.
Thank you.
Miss Kiara Chiquita. She is,
yes.
I'm gonna leave the age quiet, right? And you are a Capricorn, am I correct?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
A little bit more about yourself. What brings you over to Soul Dates Live?
Okay. A little bit about me. I am an aspiring actress and model. I dabble in music. I also have a YouTube channel. I'm very social on social media. I love social media. Whenever I write poetry and I write short stories, whenever I'm not doing that, I dabble into the NSFW work. I also DoorDash. Whenever I'm not doing that, I like to sleep. I'm a pretty chill type person. I like going out or like staying in, depending on how the weather is going. And I'm sorry to hear in Philadelphia, you're literally having a horrible situation in the weather that sucks. It's cold here, but it's not as bad. It was raining a couple of days ago, but it got better.
Yeah.
Anyways,
I know how Florida is. I mean, she's so back and forth, and she was raining all crazy just the other day, and now we had a perfect, beautiful sunny day. So blessings to that.
Yes, the weather needs to like get its stuff together so we can just like all be on the same wavelength. Yeah, but other than that, I'm just on the show to see potential, to see what's out there, like Vinny said, and to make connects and have fun.
Sorry about that. All right. So beautiful. One more question before we get on up. I'm really interested in knowing what's an expert.
A what?
An expert.
An expert? Oh, okay. So I used to work at a silver axe throwing place here where I'm located. I'll keep that confidential. But basically, like you throw axes at like a wooden board, and then I teach people how to throw axes for my job.
It's really good. All right then. Good with her hands. Probably ambidextrous. I love that. All right.
All right.
Beautiful. All right. So we're gonna go on to our next contestant, Miss Ty Baby.
Hi.
Miss Ty Baby is also known as Miss Shantara.
That's it. That's it.
I did practice. Miss Shantara. She is, I'm also keeping her age a secret. She loves Miss R&B, and she is an Aries.
I am. I am.
Tell me about that. Tell me about, and also your career sounds very interesting. Please enlighten us all.
Okay, so I am an Aries, so I do have a very strong personality. I'm a Ram. Aside from that, though, I am a grant evaluator by day, which means I go into school systems and evaluate grants, their progress. But I also have two businesses. I have a for-profit, which is Ty Writes. I do all things writing, resumes, publish books, edit books, create covers, do graphics, all types of different things. I'm currently on a book tour promoting my own books across the U.S. I also have a non-profit, Ty Talks, which is all about empowering women and helping them to become who they've been called to be. So I actually have an event tomorrow for that. We're doing an ugly sweater networking with just ladies and their businesses. We recently had our Thanksgiving event. So in the end of the year, we'll also have a goal setting roundtable. So that's just the bulk of what I do in a nutshell.
Yes, Miss Boss. Okay, baby, please put all that information in the comment section, because let me tell you a little story. The beginning of my imagination was from the books, was from the reading. That's where I got my imagination of how a man's supposed to treat me. Mr. Eric Jerome Dickey.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
You know, it was the written word that really got me before anything else. So please keep that going. Inspire all the other kids. And if you're around me, I'm gonna do a book signing. I'm coming through. Yes.
Oh, definitely. Please do. And we will be near you, I'm sure.
Much. That was amazing. I am so thankful for meeting you. And now we're going to go on to our third. Our third contestant is Miss Lovely Brooks. Where's she at? Bring her up. Bring her up.
All right. So the thing is, Teresa, Brooke cannot make it. Brooke cannot make it.
It's
but
right.
we may have somebody else though. I don't know who this is. Let's see. I'm hoping it's a woman. I'm hoping it's a woman. Or better yet, no, it's not. No, it's not. Let's see if we can try to get a third data on here.
All right. A mystery bank on the bottom, but we're just gonna move on. Okay. Now that we've met our daters, it's time for our round one. We're gonna bring it on, which we'd like to call First Date Out. Right? Each contestant must describe in 30 seconds what their ideal date, their first date would look like, what it involves, the music, right? And like what that type of ambiance would you say? So there you go. Here's the question. First date looks like, involves music, ambiance. Let's go number one.
Oh, okay. So I'm first. My first date ambiance will probably be like either a museum or I don't know, something that is a lot of engagement, like a walk in the park, or something simple as just going to like a wine tasting, more where we can have conversation and have more intimate moments together.
Yeah. So why? Let me ask you a question more. Why would you prefer that as opposed to something like a movie, something quiet?
Oh my God, I hate movies as dates. Mainly because you pay like $40, $50 out of the pocket to sit in silence for 2 hours, and then like after you sit in silence with like this random stranger, you're leaving, and like you were like, oh, so let's just talk about the movie we just saw. And I feel like dates are supposed to be more interactive. You're supposed to get to know each other and see what you like or don't like. So like doing fun activities, or just rather doing like simple activities, is better than going to the movies.
Definitely. Yeah, there you go. See, she wants to be actually awake, aware. She wants to get to know someone. I totally do that, because that's the same thing with me. If we want to talk about the list of type of dates that I wouldn't want to go to, though I love it, my first date should not be to go eat crab, because my mouth will be busy trying to get into the crab, no eye contact. And what did you say? What was that? All right, my love. So let's go on. Miss Ty, tell me, where would you like to go? What would your first date look like?
So I would want something.
Hold on, let me interrupt. Let's see if we can have Vinny reiterate the question to Ty. Can we do that?
Oh, go ahead, Mr. Vinny.
Miss Ty, when you are thinking of an ideal date, the first date with someone such as myself, what would you prefer to do?
Well, I would want to do something a little competitive, like some type of like go-karts or something like that. Maybe to start the day off, or either we could even do like Top Golf or something. So I can see what your competitive spirit is like, to see if someone gets angry when they lose, or are they just funny? Do they joke around about it? How they actually act when it's time to compete. And then, of course, I want to get dinner because I want to see how people treat their waitresses and their waiters. That's important to me. Like, are you respectful to wait staff? Are you good if there's a 30-minute wait? Are you impatient or not? And then from there, maybe just a calm walk, maybe some conversation or something to wind down. And then that's pretty much it for a first date with me. But I really want to see how you interact with the general public. That's important to me.
Go outside with him. Yeah, definitely.
Makes
I totally agree.
Yeah.
Vinny, I must say, I definitely liked it better when you took the job from me, because the way you asked the question was totally different than when I did. So from now on, I'm going to have you ask the questions, hon, because, I got warm in here. What's the temperature?
Just put it in the little chat thing and I'll answer the questions or ask them, no problem.
Let's see if our producer can get that ready on there. But for now, I'll just go ahead and copy it, and then you can repeat after me, right? Or can you get that in there?
We'll figure it out.
We're going to get it in there.
So before we go on to our next round, I want to remind people to please subscribe to our YouTube channel, Beat Break Radio, and support the program by going to the Cash App, $reach1 communications, or the Patreon /reach1 communications, all spelled out. Soul Dates Live is presented by LS Services. For all legal questions and to learn more about how you can make residual income, go to the link below, or you can see in our comment section or our YouTube page on Beat Break Radio. Alrighty, so now it's time for our round 2, in which we would like to call Date Me, Sex Me, or Marry Me. Okay, so our dater, Vinny, is going to ask our 2 lovely ladies which musical artist they would like to go on a date with, have sex with, or marry.
Oh my God.
Go ahead, Vinny.
All right. It's a little embarrassing to ask this question on the first date, but I'll give it a shot. Miss Christie, if you had the opportunity to date anybody in the music business, or potentially just have a fun night with them, or who would you marry? Who are your 3 artists and why? I must know.
Only musicians, like it can't be no actors or actress or like producers. Like you just
because
strictly...
you are. Well, no. Let's make this easy for you because you're more of an actor than you are a musician.
I mean, I don't know a lot of musicians.
I know.
I really don't. Like, it's
That's
like a little
perfectly
list.
fine.
And
I'm gonna
most
make
of
this
them
easy
are
for
females.
You like what you like. I'm not going to judge you. So why don't you tell me your top 3 actors that you would go on a date with, have your way with, or marry? How about that?
Okay. I'm gonna do both. I'm gonna do music and I'm gonna do acting because now I just thought of somebody and she's a girl, so I'm gonna have to do it anyway.
Okay.
Let's
if
go.
I had to date anyone, it would be first date. Like personally dating would be Chad Michael Murray.
Good choice.
Okay, he's an actor.
He's very
if I had to have sex with someone,
oh, you have to have sex with them? You don't.
I mean, if I had to, if it was just like only
if you don't have sex with them, the world's going to end situation. Is that what
you're Oh God, this one's even harder. Musician wise, oh my God, I just thought of him. I would do what's his name? Kid Ink. I think Kid Ink is really, really attractive. So I would do Kid Ink. And if I had to marry a musician, I would say Kehlani. I would marry Kehlani.
Kehlani, yes. Oh.
Yeah, she's so beautiful.
I love that.
I had to go with her.
She has a good spread.
Okay. Now for you, Miss Ty, I have a very important question to ask you. In the music industry, if you're familiar with anyone particular you would like to have a date with, have your way with, or marry, who would they be and why? I
All
must
right.
know.
So my date would be Common because I just think the conversation would be so dope, so intellectual, so everything I need. I have this thing where you have to challenge my intellect. So I think Common and I would have a great conversation. Now the sex me part is gonna have to be pre-tie. But if this was like say 10 years ago, I would definitely want Tank.
Okay.
I'm always love Tank.
Yeah.
The way he looked, the way he sound. I mean, he's just amazing to me. Now, as far as marrying a singer,
yeah.
Who would I want to actually marry and just have a life with as a singer? So I've had a crush on him for a long time, and he's much older now. But when I was little, I was really, really well, not little, but when I was a teenager, I just really liked Genuine. I just thought he was so fine to me.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Makes sense.
So that's kind of where I'm at with that whole question.
All right, then.
I love that. Well, if anyone was asking me, I was thinking a date with Ice Cube. Because I want someone that'll fight for me, but he's also so smart. The movies that he's made maybe crack up like Friday. To have sex with or hunch, I would have to say Burna Boy. That was the first name that came into my head. Call me toxic. Love Burna Boy. I'll take Burna Boy. We know that. And to marry, I'm still trying to figure that out. It's either gonna be like Burna Boy or like Janelle Monáe because she'll never let me down. You know, Janelle Monáe always.
Right. Somebody solid.
All right, that was beautiful. All right, so the floor is back to you.
I gotta real quick. Can I jump in real quick? I gotta say shout outs. I gotta say shout outs to dater number 1 because she mentioned my bromance crush, which is Chad Michael Murray. So,
oh my God. You can't have him. Nobody can. He's married.
We all know that, but he has been my bromance crush since the first season of One Tree Hill. I just wanted to point that out there. And shout out to Common, by the way, too. Shout out to Common.
Yeah.
I loved him ever since like One Tree Hill, A Cinderella Story. Oh my God, so many movies he's been in. I'm just obsessed.
You see, if they out there, if they listening, you already heard it,
right?
So we could just say this that he's your hall pass.
There you go.
No,
yeah,
I want to be
he's
his
your
hall pass.
Life for hall pass.
We got to talk about that. Leave in the comments. Is that a green flag? I see it as a green flag if a man gives you a hall pass. You know, because the world is just too big, so vast. All right, that was fun. So this has been round 1 and round 2. Vinny, how are you feeling about the contestants, our lovely contestants?
Well, they are very charming in their own way. They definitely have a lot of energy and a lot of gravitas to their beings and personality. Gravitas. I like to use big words to sound smart.
That got me.
And,
you got me on that.
Got me curious, but I was also wondering why haven't they asked me questions?
True.
I feel like this is
ladies,
very rude.
That's segues to round 3. Round 3.
Yes. All right. That's what the word said. The word said wait on to round 3.
Okay. So we get to interrogate Vinny now.
That's correct.
We're gonna want it.
Awesome.
I want to know who your 3 are, Vinny.
Music? You want to know my 3 music artists? Or do you want to know
the 3 who would you date, who would you fool around with, and who would you marry?
So I'm like really old school with my hip hop.
Okay.
And I love my 90s. So I would date Missy Elliott because we would go to the club. I would be very awkward and not know how to dance. She would show me, and then we would connect and have a great time.
That's so good. I love that. So also though, continue. I want to hear who else.
Right.
All right. So You know, I would definitely hands down marry Aaliyah, just
Oh, wow.
because I feel like she has so much
Oh,
love and energy to give to the world, and I feel like I would have stopped her from going on that plane. I just really do. And yeah, I like. What can I say? I find her fascinating to watch. She was on the Red Dragon the other day, one of my favorite guilty pleasure movies, and I was just fascinated by her.
Yeah.
She moves so beautifully. She had such a love for Jet Li in the movie. I mean, Jet Li is like 20 years her senior,
Love that. No.
but the energy was there, and I was like, that's what I want in my life. To be married.
Pure energy, yeah.
Pure energy. And truthfully, who would I would like just to have one beautiful night with? You know, it's gonna sound silly, but I think Selena.
Selena Gomez?
No.
Selena.
Before your time.
Yeah, Selena.
Selena.
Because she
Okay.
had such a beautiful way she moved, and I feel like a night of passion with her would last me a lifetime, personally. Because afterwards, she would have me singing.
Definitely. You know who I'm surprised you didn't mention? Probably because she's newer. But what about the newest artist, Miss Tyga, with Water?
I will tell you this: I am very behind the times.
Oh yeah, so
Supremely.
If I want to remind, in the previous episodes when Vinny was with us, I remember when he had a choice of a song, he chose Boyz II Men.
I did, yeah.
This is our man over here. Yeah.
I'm a 90s hip hop guy. Like, I still get nostalgic. This is before your time. There was this thing called roller skating around a rink.
Me?
Yeah, you little
No,
16-year-old
man.
thing.
I'm a 90s baby.
Oh, no, you're not. No, you were a little
Yes,
2000.
I'm
maybe
such
you
a
were
90s
born.
baby.
Maybe you were born in 1997 or something, but you were not a 90s
No,
baby.
a little bit higher, but thank you for the compliment.
So whenever anything, Casey and JoJo would come on anytime, Boyz II Men, or some just
112.
Ja Rule. I mean, it's like all kinds of stuff like that. Like puts me in the right space just to go. And that's just me. I like my music old school.
Gotcha.
All right, so we're gonna have round 3 coming up. That was just a little juicy taster, my ladies, because I know they seem really interested in you. Oh, I love it. So we got round 3 coming up, but I want to take a moment to shout out our affiliate stations and our channels carrying out Soul Dates Live. So a shout out to 87 FM, 101 The Vibe FM, The Flow Television Network, ReachOneNetwork.tv, Spotify, iHeart Podcast, Apple Podcast, iTunes, Apple TV, Fire TV, Android, and soon to be on Honey. We are everywhere, honey. The new Roku TV channel premiere will be January 1st, 2024. So stay tuned. It will be just a click away, right? So lastly, download the podcast app now to hear the streams on demand. And it's now time for round 3, in which we would like to call Can We Talk? Yeah, they've already been caking though, so the question's already there. So this time, each contestant will ask Vinny any musical related question. This is past the dates. Any musical related question. Each conversation must be 1 minute long before advancing to the bonus round, right? So ladies, it's back to you. I was going to ask this question, so give you guys a chance to think about it. We can ask him back, what's your idea of an ambiance for a first date while the ladies are thinking?
So as I mentioned before, using myself evident, I'm very simple. For me personally, the first date would just be having dinner outside. I live in a wonderful part of Pennsylvania where they have dining under the stars every couple of weeks, where they shut down the street and they open up the restaurants with a select menu, and you get to just eat wonderful food outside and have conversation. Yes, it's a little public and people can eavesdrop, but I've always enjoyed dining al fresco And the way you can tell if I'm enjoying the date is how much I'm cleaning my plate. If the plate is clean, you're kind of boring.
That's a green flag.
Just FYI.
Okay, so we're gonna start with Miss Ty Baby.
Yeah. So, musical question, right?
Sure, why not?
So he mentioned he loves 90s music.
That's
Like,
correct.
and you know, most of us, when 90s music come on, we can all sing. They even have like a whole little R&B. It's like an R&B thing that they have now called R&B Live. I saw it on TikTok or whatever. It's really cool. You just go and sing and listen to R&B music all night. So, Vinny, what's the song that's an R&B song that literally when it comes on, you stop what you're doing and you're singing it to the top of your lungs? It is like your jam. What is it? Because you mentioned Boys to Men, you mentioned
Casey and JoJo. That
which
always
one?
You know, it's kind of tough, but truthfully, all my life.
All my life, I knew it. I knew it.
Every time.
I knew it because that's the one you sing the background, the lead vocals. I knew it was gonna be All My Life.
It gets me, man. It just like gets me where I live because in middle school, I'm aging myself really bad. That was one of the songs they would play during the slow dances, and that was the only dance I understood. Hence, wanting to date Missy Elliott to teach me how to somewhat fake it till I make it.
Right. She could have done that for real.
Oh, absolutely. Still can. She still can move, man. It's astounding.
Yeah, she loves my rhythm.
All right. So we're gonna move on. We're gonna see what we have on Miss Christy. What do you have on mind?
What's your question?
Now I have to think of another question. Oh, okay. All right, I got one. Musically, if you could pursue a career in any genre, what would it be?
Any genre. Well, truthfully, I am absolutely fascinated by percussion. I love drums. There's this one band called Recycled Percussion. It's kind of like Stomp, where they take everyday items and they make music from it. And I am fascinated by the thought process behind turning a pipe that you found in the middle of a well into a musical instrument.
I think I've heard of that. Yeah, that's cool. Okay, that's not bad.
But I will admit,
I cannot play the drums. I don't have the multitask to remember to hit the little one thingy with your foot. I can remember the up one, but I can't remember it.
But I'll tell you this, though. In my current level skills when it comes to music, which is very little, I would probably do a little more electronic because I enjoy just pressing buttons, figuring it all out, and then just throwing random phrases into music to throw people off. But it works. It gets people hyped.
Yeah. When the beat drops.
Yes, that's something I really look forward to doing. Just watching the people get hyped for that, just one headphone up, just listening, waiting for it, the whole bang. I think it'd be a lot of fun.
And with that note, on that note, is going to be our bonus round.
Oh boy.
Right on it. The bonus round is called karaoke. It's my favorite, personally. So we're going to have each contestant, as well as Mr. Vinny, who's going to have to serenade us all too. 30 seconds to sing one of their favorite songs and try to impress our other soul daters. All right? So I'm going to start with...
Ty! Go inside!
Do it. Poker with the stick.
Let's go. We believe in you, boo.
Who, me?
Yes,
I can't sing at all. Oh my goodness, this might be terrible. Vinny, I apologize in advance. I apologize for everybody listening.
All right.
But I'm gonna try to sing a song that's not gonna sound too horrible.
Okay, you got this.
Oh goodness. Okay. Here we go. And just how many seconds?
Just about 30 seconds. Just when you start feeling it, I'm gonna have to cut you off. But don't worry, girl.
Okay. Almost made you love me. Almost made you cry. Almost made you happy, babe. Didn't I? You almost had me thinking you were turned around. but everybody knows almost doesn't count. Y'all dead wrong.
That was beautiful. And she got that off the dome too. She was ready. She was like, "Girl, guys, stop." All right then. Okay, we believe in you now. Let's go.
Let's go.
I don't know any songs right now. Oh
Yes,
my god!
you do. Come on, you got one in you.
No, I was literally singing before you said to sing. That's like my body. It's like, no, I can do it without being told.
Sing the theme song to One Tree Hill since you have a crush on Chad Michael Murray.
He's definitely listening now, just so you know.
I swear he's in the chat. The theme song to One Tree Hill. Wait, maybe I do.
You probably do.
It just went out of my head too. Okay. I'm gonna sing the song that I can think of. Oh my gosh.
You got it. You got it.
I'm trying to think. I can't even remember how it starts.
Just start from the chorus.
That's what I mean. Okay, girl, if I told you I love you, that doesn't mean that I don't care. And if I told you I need you, that doesn't mean that I will never be there. Baby, I'm so tired of the way you turn my words into deception and lies. Don't misunderstand me when I try to give my words. I'm just saying what's in my heart, Cupid. That's all I can do.
Good job.
Look at you, overcoming your fears.
Beautiful songbirds out here.
Shout out to Chad Michael Murray.
All right,
you should hit up her DMs right now. He's ready.
He's sliding through my profile trying to see if it's
She is ready to be more hall pass.
All right, Vinny, what do we have? Bring it on in.
I'm going to sing this song. And the only reason I'm singing it because I was watching Brooklyn Nine-Nine the other day. You are my fire, my one desire. Believe when I say I want it that way.
I was getting
30 seconds. 30 seconds. Oh, you got it. You want more, you gotta pay for it.
Beautiful. All right, then. So we have been having so much fun, but it is time, Vinny. It is time to make that decision after we put you on the spot. We ran everyone through the courses. All right.
Well, before we go any further, before Vinny makes his decision, Teresa, let's go to the viewers and let's see the polls. We want the viewers to right now go to Viewer's Choice, put in the comment section on YouTube and decide who you think Vinny should go on a date with. Do you think Vinny should go out on a date with Christy? That is data number 1. Or Ty baby, data number 2. Put it in the comment section on YouTube while we get the votes coming in. Let's holler at Anthony of My Practice Candy and get his take on the situation. Anthony. And Anthony's my middle name, so I'm not calling myself, by the way.
Oh, I see him. I was say third person, but no, I see it loading. There's something coming up. Get it? That's what he said. Sorry.
Yeah, we're gonna have to get just keep it moving.
All right. So comment in the comment section below. On YouTube page, on BEATBREAKRADIO. Oh, okay. And vote. Someone's coming?
No, I'm reading the comment.
Oh, okay.
So can I Can I ask the girls a follow-up question? I'm really curious. Since they're all into music and everything, what was your first concert? Yeah, there we go. That's the one.
Yep.
It was the one with Bow Wow and all the like Bow Wow, Marion's group.
Mm-hmm.
They did the Scream tour. The Scream tour was my first concert.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
I think my first concert was Trey Songz. He
Trey
came to my
Songz.
college when he first came out, and he did a concert. He had just came out.
Yes.
Yeah.
Ooh, the comments are chirping. I'm hearing some Miss Kathy's. I'm hearing put Ty Baby on the day with my cousin Vic. Both of y'all seem like y'all be having some fun running into the concerts together. I love that.
All right, so I guess now I have to tell you what my first concert was.
Yeah.
I don't know if you can tell, but I'm very white on the inside. So I went to the whitest concert you could ever think of. The first concert I ever went to was the NSYNC No Strings Attached show at the MCI Center in DC. It was not my choice. It was my sister. It was my sister's birthday.
Oh,
we all had to go as a family in the box seats because my dad knew somebody.
There you go.
There we go.
But I bet you got a date. You found it. That was the perfect surprise of beautiful ladies looking for an awesome man. But hey, that was your first one, so I bet that you weren't even ready for all that.
No, I was.
Was it amazing?
It was a very well put together show, yes. Catchy, the dance moves are fun, but it was quite the experience, let's just say.
All right.
My man Anthony, how you doing?
I am good.
Thank you so much for sharing your
I dropped off unfortunately for a second, but I'm back.
All right.
Welcome back.
Welcome back. So we're gonna take a little break while we're gonna be hearing from our guest.
No, we're gonna keep it. We're gonna keep it moving. We only got about 5 more minutes. So Anthony, go ahead and just feel free to make any comment. How do you feel? What are your thoughts thus far? And who you think Vinny should go on a date with?
Give us a quick minute. Yeah, let's hear.
Well, as far as the show, I love the show. It's first time seeing the show, but the thing that I like the most is that you guys were having fun. Anytime that you can smile and laugh and have fun when you're trying to meet someone, that's always a good thing, right? Because it's all about enjoying life and having a good time, And in my experience, that if you meet a person and that you can have fun with, that's gonna trump so many things, because there's a lot of things in life that you got to deal with. And I've had good female friends who, on the surface, they're pretty, they're goal oriented, they got their own business, they independent, but they were no fun, right? So being a person that's fun, I can see you guys were very vulnerable. You both are very attractive women, so I'm sure any choice that he makes tonight is going to be a great choice. He can't lose.
There you go. Thank you so much for that. Okay, that's what he said. Just have fun, whoever you can have good chemistry with, and that's going to carry you guys the whole way. So once again, please subscribe to our YouTube channel, Beat Break Radio, and support our program with the Cash App, $ Reach One Communications, or Patreon, Reach One Communications. Hey there. And so they still have will be represented by the LS services. All right.
Is it Suns Out, Guns Out time already? Come on.
It's almost that time. But Teresa,
Yeah.
it's almost that time for Vinny to make his decision.
Definitely.
But since we have Anthony on, I just got to show our viewers this. This is.
What flavor is this?
This is chocolate. This is the chocolate mandingo. This is the chocolate mandingo. So all the ladies that are inquiring what I have, this is what I have in my possession, the chocolate mandingo.
Can you eat it?
And you can too as soon as you order. Yes. And the directions are you have to suck or lick. Never bite. Because
you want me to do it on? I'm not going to do it. I don't know if I'm going to do that on air. We don't want YouTube to kick us out. But I can show a demonstration. I can show a quick demonstration of what I do right after Vinny makes his final decision. All right, as we close out the show. So I'm gonna get something, and we're gonna let Vinny decide. I'll be right back.
All right, Vinny. Now let's hear what's on your mind. I would like to hear first what you would like about both ladies, and then what your final decision would be, because I've seen you've been having a lot of fun. Go ahead, hon. Take the floor.
Where to start? Miss Christie, you have such a wonderful energy and aura about you. I'm actually really intrigued to see more of your work. I'm very curious. Do you actually have a reel yet for your acting career? Do you have any prior works that I can watch and see how you worked with your material? Because I'm very curious to see how you are here and how you are on stage or behind the microphone or in front of the camera.
I have a video of when I was on You Bet Your Life with Jay Leno, and then I have recently on YouTube, it's a video of 10 moms and daughters with Bryce Hall. That's my most recent, but everything else I've done, well, I do have townspeople, and that's on the YouTube. I could just type all that in the private chat, and you could just Google it.
That'd be great, because I'm always interested in collaborating and seeing where people are going with their craft and such. So let's just say you got me intrigued there. Miss Ty, I am very interested in learning more about your business and your goals and everything. I didn't really get enough time to soak in exactly what you do, but I would like to learn more.
Yeah, definitely.
I am very much a curious person, and I'm curious what more you have to offer.
Awesome. I'm definitely putting my Instagram in the chat.
All right, then. Teresa, what you looking at?
Looking at you, Vinny.
Don't be doing that. I ain't that pretty.
Don't say that. That's what we're all here for, hon.
No.
So go on. What's your decision?
Well, it's tough because I know that equally both of you would give me a wonderful memory or two, and maybe a lifelong of life. Who knows? Miss Christie, I gotta say, I think that you are so full of energy. I don't think I can handle that horsepower you got going on. So I'm gonna go with Miss Ty, because I feel like you would definitely intrigue me, and you and I would definitely push each other to higher heights.
We'll go on a rock concert together.
Teresa, you and me are going to the DC 101 Chili Cook-Off next year. That's what we and I are going to do.
Yeah, I need to get
Wow.
So let's do it. This was so fun. Congratulations, Miss Ty, baby.
Yes.
You are the winning contestant. I was so happy to see you made it at the end.
I am honored.
To all the contestants. All right, guys. Congratulations, Vinny and Miss Ty, baby. And thank you to all our contestants. Miss Christie, Miss Beautiful, I'm definitely going to speak with you soon. Both of you. So, Mr. Producer, anything else to add?
Oh, you know, I told people that I was going to show people the demonstration.
What we been waiting for?
not see it.
What flavor?
Oh, I didn't spit all
just before we get cut off. Come on. Just before YouTube cuts us off. Let's see.
I'm not going to do that.
Oh, what's that?
Hey,
We're going to follow us on social media.
Listen.
They slide. Maybe after the DM, we might show you a private video.
Tune in next week.
Yeah.
See, coming next week. Come and see you next week. No, I was just showing people. I was just showing people a demonstration. Oh, now I'm getting all over my pants and everything. Oh, okay, close us out, Teresa. Close us out.
Thank you again to our executive producer, Mr. Sean Garvey. Yes, and Kelly, our interns, our staff for making all this possible. Thank you all. And if you would want to be a participant on Soul Dates Live, please email us, souldateslive@gmail.com. And follow me, Teresa, on IG, TEEZEE Universe on Instagram, or TEE Fit on TikTok. And for Soul Dates Live, you follow us on Facebook, Instagram, X, which is Twitter, TikTok, and see you on the next episode. And have a great night.
Have a great night, everybody. We out. Bye.